Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gap. That's Delete. I am Travis. We're here. It is Wednesday. It is March. It's like the 11th.
It is, but it's
Kenny
the
Omega
12th.
is the new champion of the AEW's International Division. And, yeah, he's been back for no time at all.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this is to set up his main event match against somebody later tonight and not just to get him out of the way so he can leave after the first segment. That's what they need to start working on.
Yeah. He won during the pay-per-view this weekend. If anybody was wondering how he got the title.
Yeah, if anybody cares.
Huh?
I said, yeah, if anybody cares.
People care, Travis. People care.
I heard nobody actually cared about it.
I kind of do. But, some people do.
I heard that some people don't care.
It's just not correct.
I know, some people are mean. It happens. You want to watch some Evolve?
You deserve nothing.
Your thing's not working. I gotta go.
What do you mean it's not
I
working?
got nothing.
Just turn it off and turn it back on again.
I did. I did it 2 or 3 times now. It's like, oh, you got a parrot. Yeah.
Oh. I saw the button weird.
Probably. Somebody scared me when she looked over. Panicked.
That's your own fault.
You looked at me.
It's not my fault you're a freak. Robbie's in the chat says, what up, whoop whoop, early one tonight.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Who, you?
Just for you, because you haven't changed your time yet, because you're in a weird country that's backward. You drive on the wrong side of the road.
Backwards.
It's unnatural.
It's unnatural. Did you just turn that off completely?
No, now it says I'm connected.
Oh.
There we go. Are you on?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. He wouldn't have belts and stuff. Sophie's now in the chat says hi.
Hey, Sophie.
Hello.
Good to see you in here.
Yeah, totally, truly made it an
Good thing you made it
international
back to
champion.
America, though. Oh, wait, or is he Canadian? He might be Canadian. I think they say he wrestles out of North Carolina, though.
I have no idea what he's from. So it's like, how are you guys doing? Oh, you
Doing
know,
pretty good.
hanging in there. How about you, Sophie? How are you doing?
Are you watching Tubi?
How dare
Are
they?
you watching Evolve? I am. Are you watching that or no?
No.
You just play games?
Yeah. Chris says, hey guys, NXT was basically a pay-per-view last night.
I watched it.
Are you talking about Valcor now has both of the championships?
Yeah, I was watching the Moose match, and I honestly was looking at my phone, and I looked up, and it was over, and I have no idea who won. So I don't know if Moose won or if Obafemi won.
Wow.
But that was the same thing. It was kind of for both belts.
Wow.
But that was a different company.
Robbie says, you guys seem far away than usual.
We're so far away. A lot of people think that. Is it
My microphone is working. I can unplug mine. Maybe if it's plugged in, it doesn't work.
Hello, Ravi. I'm talking right into your one ear. Actually, it's still on stereo. I never put it back to left, right. It's just all one.
Sophie says, I have to change my Gamefly membership plan today. Since my mom died, I have to ask my sister to get her to be on the plan instead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes that's what happens.
A lot of things have to change. Sucks.
Chris says Opa versus Moose is the standard of which we should have in WWE when it comes to big guys.
I did not. Like I said, I was watching it, but I don't know who won. Who ended up winning that?
Robbie's saying it's our camera. He says if I squint, you seem closer.
Well, that's all normal.
It's norm. Don't be weird.
Don't squint. You'll get wrinkles on the side of your eyes. They're called crow's feet. Unless they call them something else different there.
What's it called different? Pretty sure Argus is eating the puppy's food.
Argus! No! You can't hear anything.
I didn't put it up, so I'm sure that's what he's doing.
Little bastard.
Rebecca's in the chat. Hey, Rebecca says, hey, yo, good news. AEW night, bad news. It's also Willow night.
No, they're not putting her on, are they?
Is she on tonight? Because I don't want to see it.
Why do you have to ruin the whole night, AEW? I thought it would be a pretty good night.
Sophie says, they released the trailer for the live-action Lilo and Stitch movie, and then Chris says it's because they will have a rematch at Stand and Deliver for both titles this time, and that's where Oba will win.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. Moose won, huh? I think I remember. Or was it Jeff? It was Jeff Hardy and those guys. They won, but they didn't win the titles, correct? That's at the next pay-per-view, maybe? Jeff beat the trash tag team down in NXT.
Oh, nice.
It's literally like two little tiny people. They're exciting if you like the flippy, fly matches, but there's really nothing about them that is substance. Neither of them talk or...
So they push the old geriatric people.
Well, they're from TNA. They're the TNA Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, they're geriatric group.
Just champions.
The Hardys, the geriatric group.
True champions.
Walter is in the chat, says, hi Travis, hi Daphne. Daphne, I didn't win bingo, but at 9 I'm going. I'll be here Monday at 8 p.m. for Raw. Friday is movie. What movie are you going to go see this time?
Ooh. Yeah, what kind of movies you watching?
What kind of movie are you going to see this Friday, Walter? Sophie says, at least after this week you get Monday Night Raw for the next 3 weeks off. I don't know about SmackDown the next 3 weeks, though.
Yeah, we'll find out. Oh, shit. That guy's a terrible wrestler. Why are we watching all these nobodies?
It's for the Trios Championship. Like, they're fighting to...
Oh, so he was going to be a number one contender?
Yeah.
But the team over here, the contenders? Who the fuck's this guy? Never been on my TV in his life.
I have no idea who they are.
Unless he was a security guard or something.
Maybe. So it says first time WWE is going back to America will be in Chicago on April 3rd.
Old April. April 3rd.
April 3rd in Chicago. Chicago.
April in Chicago.
Not Chicago.
Anyways, if anybody's watching the NXT match right now, it's happening. I guess
NXT?
They've got an NXT ring and...
Evolve. He's talking about Evolve.
It's Evolve, but it's NXT, correct?
So, the supposed somebodies won over the supposed nobodies, so there you go.
Can you
that
imagine
happened?
being Samoa Joe and just trying to, like, hold on? Dude hasn't been relevant in fucking, like, 10 years. He's like, if I could just hold on. Just hold on. Just one more day.
Right.
Hold on.
For one more day.
One more day. I don't know how the song goes. I know there's pain, but if you hold on for one more day, you break free from your chain.
Vindicator's in the chat. Hey, Vin says,
Vin.
hey there, Lethan, Travis, and Galb Nation. So it says Stephanie McMahon new show debuts at the end of the month on Aspen and Disney Plus and Hulu.
I saw that on the 26th. She's going to be introduced or talking to CM Punk, which is a weird one to start with.
That's very strange to start with. But, you know, I mean, whatever floats their boats, I guess. Make somebody try to be relevant.
They got to cash in as much as they can on the money that they're getting from him being back.
Right. Vindicator says, I heard, aside from the main event, Revolution blew anything WWE is doing out of the water.
Who said this?
Who, did you hear it from?
What source was this? Was this Trust Me, Bro? The only match on there that was like, wow, was the Mariah May match. She lost, though, so I was sad. But it made sense storyline-wise. So I don't know what they're planning on doing with either of those two women moving forward. But that was a great little storyline, the whole thing. from start to finish.
Mm-hmm. Robbie's like, I don't watch wrestling interviews.
Me neither.
I don't blame you. Really.
Every once in a while, I'll watch an old fogey talk about stuff and then laugh or something because they say something. Because they still try to do the, like, K-Fab stuff. Some of the older guys.
Oh, yeah. Sophie says, I wonder how Shane feels that his sister Stephanie is getting a podcast and a TV show.
He has a family. If he wanted to do that, he would just do it. Like, you don't have to have permission.
It's true. You don't.
Like, he could just have a podcast if he wants one. Hoo-ah!
Yeah, why would that matter?
I mean, obviously, she's saying one that's on ESPN, that's probably sponsored by WWE, that's going to get paid and all that stuff. But Shane's what people watch it probably more than Stephanie's anyways, especially if he was just doing it on Spotify.
Yeah. It's true.
But those wrestlers aren't going to come talk to Shane McMahon. That's dumb.
They would never talk to Shane. Vindicator says, but this Dynasty tournament is disappointing. No heavy hitter, and Orange gets too many chants at the title. I hope the wild card is special at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wardlow, maybe?
Sophie says the school year in Florida is almost over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About that time of year.
Normal school year is almost over for a lot of places. What's going on? Oh, are they dead?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Vindicator says, well, my baby Mariah brings down the house all the time, but Ospreay versus Fletcher was awesome.
You liked it, huh?
As was Omega and Takeshita. Swerve versus Rico was decent, but I still dislike Rico.
Suave. Yeah, me too. And I wasn't a fan of the other ones either. I didn't like Kyle losing. He should have won that match. Free and clear. That's mine. My 2 cents.
Yeah. And all the stuff that happened with the geriatric guy and his geriatric brother was
nonsense.
It was the dumbest freaking thing. It was so stupid. Good God. How dumb. Jesus. Barf inducing is what it was.
They have Kylie Ray back, but in Evolve.
What the fuck is Kylie Ray?
She's a wrestler that's been on here. She was in NXT before. Like, how are you going to bring her back to be in Evolve? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I didn't even... She was not
Kylie
memorable enough in there. So is she trying to be a Bailey type or something?
Yeah, she always was.
Oh, Jesus.
She's the same person.
Good
Nothing's
God.
changed.
Oh, fuck.
So Kylie Ray is back, but now she is in Evolve, so she's a prospect to maybe go to NXT.
Weird. Robbie says, I don't think Shane cares. He's not in need of coming back.
Yeah, he's got plenty of money, trust me.
Vindicator says, but I did check out NXT last night. Oba versus Moose was really good, but NXT match this year. Sophie says, did you hear that the AEW Saturday show will be split into 2 nights thanks to March Madness?
Wait, what Saturday show?
What Saturday show do they have a normal every week?
Okay, anyway.
What, AEW?
Right.
Collision.
They're going to do it in 2 nights, so an hour each?
That's what it's saying. That's what Sophie says they're saying, whoever they are.
They.
Mm-hmm.
Cable One.
Chris says, so shouldn't this prove that Stephanie is better and hotter than Julia?
No.
Vacour?
Well, okay, first of all, it shouldn't prove that at all. Your eyes prove that. But she's just a better wrestler. Like, all around, she's just better. I don't know if there's one aspect she's not better at than the other one.
Right.
Than Julia.
Ooh.
Not one aspect. I can't think of one thing the other girl does better.
Yeah.
Promos? Not even close. One can at least speak English.
She tries.
It's awesome sounding, though, when she does it.
The Stephanie?
Mm-hmm. She sounds like a lady vampire.
Uh-huh. That's funny. Let's see. Sophie says this tournament is came out of nowhere. Chris says, yeah, Kylie Ray is the Bailey Hugger copycat. She always smiles. Sophie says Typhoon confirmed that the natural disasters are going into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Nice.
Vindicator says, yeah, main event was as bad as Drew blowing his cash in a couple of years back. LOL. And then Chris says that she is a backstage problem like Toni Storm with the confidence issue. She always leaves wrestling and takes a break, so she's not reliable.
That's that Ray.
Mm-hmm. It's talking about that Kylie Ray.
She's trying to earn her way back.
Sophie says that means the chances of Demolition going into the Hall of Fame this year went down.
Yeah. That's okay, though. There's year after year after year. They like to do a legend one.
Robbie says, better moves, yeah.
Yeah, just all around. There's nothing. Like I said, there's nothing the other one does better than Stephanie.
Sophie says AEW Collision Night 1 will happen on March 22nd and Night 2 will happen the next day. Did you hear that Shayna and Jade Cargill had some sort of backstage fight?
Shayna Baszler?
Sounds like it.
Well, that wouldn't turn out very well for Jade. Hopefully it didn't come to that. Like to actual throwing fists.
Right? Nobody wants to.
Not with Shayna Baszler. She's really tough. Like, she really was in the UFC. She really can fight.
Right.
Jade's just beautiful and has muscles. This is a completely different animal. And it's not good for the first one. I can't think of her name. What's her name? The first one.
Who? Shayna?
Shayna. It wouldn't be good for Shayna without with management. She hasn't been on TV. If she's going to be fighting with talent in the back, they'll just release her. Like,
sure.
To be honest, no idea this happened, but last night I was thinking about it, and I was like, I haven't seen Shayna for a while since what's her name was released. Sonya. I was like, I bet you she's not long.
No.
She could be gone.
Well, let's see. Their mouthpiece went away,
yeah.
So you haven't seen Shayna and the Zoe Stark.
Zoe.
So their little tag team we haven't seen.
I think Zoe's still under her minor league contract, so she's not expensive, so she'll stay.
Well, I understand that. I'm just saying we haven't seen them since they got rid of Sonya Deville. So they're probably rebranding them to be something, probably trying to give them something to do.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But if she's going to be fighting talent in the back, if you're a trained professional fighter, you can't be fighting anyone ever.
No.
Unless they're a trained fighter. That's it. That's your only rule.
Yeah. Sophie says Natalya wrote a book. I'm surprised she could.
Like, she just sat down.
Did she tell somebody to write it for her? Like, did she talk to AI and make it write her a book?
Oh, my Lord, no. Probably, but... God damn. So did
She's
Kate.
worth more than $1. Or 10 cents or whatever the fuck she was.
It was $1, but we went and called her a nickel and all that. But...
Dime store whore.
Oh,
Chris says, well, Travis, there's one thing that she's better at. She wears a face FKR fucker for a mask. Okay, super fucked up, man.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
I mean, cool. I get it.
Vindicator says, so Mox and Cope in a street fight. Mox is just a gimmick wrestler like Punk. LOL, Christian can still interfere, though. So apparently they want Cope versus Cage for the title at some point. I guess. I don't know why. I mean, they literally did the stupidest thing they possibly could for that pay-per-view, but, hey, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that we're going to get that match, Edge and Christian. Or Cope and Cage.
Sophie says, I wouldn't be surprised if Shayna and Zoe get added to the Chelsea Green group. Why? So that they can give Chelsea a bad name?
That's too many girls.
I don't want either one of them near Chelsea,
there's
personally.
already 3 in there. One doesn't belong, but there are already 3 in there.
Don't be mean to Piper.
Not being mean to Alba Fire.
The Isla Dawn that doesn't belong.
Oh, is that What's his little?
Or Alba Fire, whichever one it is.
Fire. I think it's Alba Fire.
Alba Fire. Robbie says Big up the glow in the dark, and Sophie says Seth Rollins says Becky Lynch isn't retired. And we believe what he says. We know that he doesn't wear the pants in that family.
Okay, well, first of all, I would say duh. Why would we think she was retired?
I don't know. And why would we believe anything he says?
And when somebody says Cage, I think of this guy.
Brian?
So I was wondering why Brian Cage is going to be in a fucking steel cage match.
Right.
With Edge. And I'm like, why?
Yeah, he said
I know.
Christian can still interfere.
In the cage match?
So Mox and Cope in a street fight.
Yes.
Mox is just a gimmick wrestler like Punk, LOL. Christian can still interfere, though. So apparently, they want Cope versus, I'll put this, Christian
right.
for the title at some point.
Right. But I was thinking, like, for 5 minutes before I responded, why are they putting Brian Cage in a steel cage match with Cope?
I don't know, to break his neck completely. I don't know. Make sure he's really in a rascal.
This is a match we needed 3 years ago, remember?
Yeah. These two
And now
guys.
Brian Cage is a mid-carder because they delegated him there. I don't even know what they consider Hobbs. They put a title on him once and immediately took it off of him. They're like, no, that was a bad move.
Rafi says, if she's good at licking balls, then she's a keeper. LOL fire. Chris says, I would like to see Hologram versus Gravity. And Sophie says, a lot of people hated the main event of the pay-per-view on Sunday. Chris says, oh shit, it's Harley Graham. And Sophie says, isn't Swerve facing John Moxley? And Sophie says, I guess AEW dropped that whole Jeff Jarrett storyline. Well, he got beat.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett's
He got beat, Sophie. What else is supposed to happen? He gets another chance?
Yeah, usually...
He got his ass whooped.
Usually the good guy finally comes out on the end, and that's what wrestling fans are used to. But yeah, he lost.
AEW doesn't do that.
Yeah.
They do everything as back-assward as they possibly can. Or ass backwards. However you want to say it.
Say it any way you want. Still backwards.
All the backwards of ass.
Still to come tonight. Oh god, he's trying to rip off his mask.
No!
He's going to demask the
Don't
luchador.
demask your other guy. Why are you demasking
Hey, I
him?
have an
Take
idea.
your own off.
Instead of taking that mask off, why don't you go get Sockface on the announcer table?
Yeah, take his face off.
That would
Like,
be funny.
literally.
If he complains about it, fire him. Oh god, that'll hurt your lower lumbar. Look at the power.
Rawr. He's like,
He's
wee.
strong. Oh, Hurricane Rana.
No. He's like, let me throw my big butt out here.
Uh-oh.
He's like, do you want me to run through the ropes? It's like, look, I have like a... What the fuck are those?
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck. What does that even look like?
Superman?
No, his mask.
Oh.
It's
Power
like
Rangers?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like that.
Yeah, the Power Ranger mask.
What a lame-o. There's a stupid bitch on the side that has a mask on, too. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh my god, there is.
Oh my god, is she like their, she looks like she has that one guy from Star Wars' head on.
I don't know.
What's that guy that's the assassin?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Jumbo Fact.
Yeah.
Fact or something. Fat.
Fact.
Like P-H-A-T.
Yeah. Either that or she thinks she's a dominatrix. One or the other is
no
happening
way.
over there.
Yeah, who is that broad?
Does she have a whip? And then she can nay-nay? With her fucking stupid mask. Fuck. I get the lucha stuff, but it's getting out of hand. I think now, at this point, everybody should just wear them so we don't know who anybody else.
Now we don't know who Chad Gable is when he's not Chad Gable because somebody else got carried out.
In the
with the
mask
lucha
that they
mask.
thought it was Chad Gable came in and did.
Right. And we know it was Chad Gable because the mask says American whatever. Outlaws.
Made.
American made.
Robbie says, who gives a fuck? Moxley and Christian have heritage, so that's why.
Well, I get it. They probably did it in the 90s. I don't know why we need it in 2025.
Sophie says Lex Luger wants Sting and Dip to induct him into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Doink?
I don't know, she said
I don't know anybody.
Oh, DDP.
Oh.
There you go.
Well, yeah, I could see DDP. He's the one trying to get him to walk. He's working with him daily.
Sophie says WWE ranked John Cena's heel turn #1 over the Hulk Hogan heel turn.
Because that's... See, what happens is people become a prisoner of the moment. You see it all the time. Like, somebody will win a Super Bowl, and they'll be like, that's the greatest game I've ever seen. Or you'll say, oh, that's the greatest quarterback of all time. Because you're seeing him now. Like, somebody might say that Patrick Mahomes is, say, a top 3 quarterback all time right now. And it's like, it's called being a prisoner of the moment. Understandable. I see why people would try that. But there's no way it's bigger than Hogan and Andre. The Andre the Giant heel turn. Right? And then the Hogan heel turn. Are you fucking kidding me? Neither of those two would lose to that. If you look at it historically. You know how big of a deal it was for Andre the Giant to turn heel?
A huge deal.
He took Hulk Hogan and he ripped his St. Christopher or whatever he had on his neck off. I don't think he meant to, but it's still good storytelling. And he ripped it off. And Hogan's like almost in tears. And Hogan's bleeding because I think he scratched him when he did it. And Hogan's just like, I can't believe what's happening. And then he's like, yes! And that was the fight to lead up to WrestleMania 3. The Hogan versus Andre feud. That was the culmination. That is ginormous. People forget about that one. That was the one like, oh, John Cena, nowhere near what Andre the Giant did.
It didn't change anything.
No.
It's not life-changing for WWE. It doesn't change anything in wrestling.
No.
It just doesn't. It doesn't do anything for wrestling.
Right. Nothing came out of it. Is what you're saying. Like,
yeah.
And when I say nothing, I mean nothing. What is John Cena just going to constantly be on there?
Oh, that's who he was talking about. Holly Graham.
Oh, that's
like
her.
Hologram.
I was wondering. I heard the name too, and I'm like, I missed it. But anyways, when Hogan turned...
Ew, this is gross. Whatever this is, stop.
Right. Well, that's why we're talking about something else. Because we don't want to watch this. Lucha crap and Holly Graham. We want to see Heather Graham in her prime. But anyways, when Hogan turned, first of all, there was garbage thrown in the ring. Second, it changed the industry. It almost, and this is from Vince McMahon's mouth, put WWE out of business. That's how big of a deal it was. And how popular WCW got.
It changed it so that he literally had to change his venue of his show to get people to come back and watch it.
Yeah,
and then he had to send people to sabotage the other show so he could take it over, have the guy sell it to him for pennies on the dollar.
Right, well, it wasn't the guy, but yeah. The guy was already out.
It doesn't matter. Whatever.
Yeah. But he
Still,
did get
same
it.
thing.
He definitely got it for pennies on the dollar.
Same fucking thing.
He got it for like $2 million.
It made Vince McMahon have to work harder to keep his business going and make it fucking relevant that people tuned in.
Right, and the only reason people watched is the sex.
That's why I'm saying it changed everything.
And they put sex on, and they didn't want the women to know how to wrestle. You can ask Fit Finley this. They didn't want the women to learn how to wrestle. He was put in charge of the women to babysit them, to make sure that they were doing what they were supposed to do. And he wasn't allowed to teach them how to wrestle or anything. They were to go out there and have occasional wardrobe malfunctions.
Mm-hmm.
That was his job. And that's why people watched. That's why the women were always in the main events. Granted, we had Stone Cold Steve Austin, and we had The Rock, and we had, I think there was another popular guy at the time. It was before the turn, the century. It was like 97, 98, somewhere in that turn. But anyways, the real Attitude Era, or the real X-rated era, or whatever you want to call that, NC-17 era.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what Hulk Hogan did. Not only that, but they would just tell you, like, because they had so many friends in WWE, especially Razor Ramon and Diesel, they had so many friends still in the company that they knew what happened, and Vince recorded everything.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't live. Thank them, because guess what? It's now live. It's live. It didn't used to be live. Now it's live. Why is it live? Because somebody, the NWO, would just tell the results. They're like, oh, Mick Foley wins the championship tonight, so you might as well just watch it here. People are like, oh, fuck.
That's funny.
No, I'm not kidding.
I know you're not kidding. I said that's funny.
And it was like that, too. It was just like, yeah, Vince, or whatever his name is, Mick Foley's going to beat Stone Cold, or whoever it was, for the championship tonight, you know? So, no reason to turn it now, you know, and you're like...
They would tell it with it while they were doing their show?
The very beginning.
That's funny shit.
Yeah.
That's petty crap. That's just being an asshole.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny crap right there. No wonder his shit was tanking. Fuck, man. He's like, well, I gotta do something. Oh, I bet
No.
you do.
I'm talking the other way. The WCW was doing that to WWF.
That's what I mean.
Right. And then, so Vince had to go live.
Yeah. He had to change.
Because they were live.
He had to change his stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
He had to change how he did stuff.
It changed the whole game. That, you're not seeing that from this John Cena.
From John Cena's heel turn. Fuck off, man.
I mean,
that's just the fucking dumbest crap they've ever done.
You know, and if you're trying to put together a stable, why would you put together two actors?
Right.
That are, and I'm not being a dick or anything, but, and I hear the word a lot, part-timer, which I hate, because I don't want a full-time wrestler if you want him to be a main event guy.
Yeah.
I want him to show up 4 times a year and me to get excited.
But that's all they do is wrestling. A part-timer means that they have other shit that they're doing.
Right.
They're a full-time wrestler. That's their fucking job. Whether or not they're there every fucking week or every other month or whatever, that's what they do. That's their job. That's what they're there for. That's what they do.
Like Brock.
Or Roman.
Main
they
event.
aren't out there fucking around with Holly weird and doing their weird fucking crap over there and trying to make millions upon millions of dollars being weird pedophiles.
So this guy that's with the Murder Hawk right here, he gives hope to anybody that is non-athletic, not very handsome, drinks a lot of soda and eats a lot of pizza and doesn't work out. Hope that they could be a professional wrestler one day. Yeah.
The guy that used to be what's-his-face's partner, tag team partner. Mm-hmm. This is a last Sunday blurb about Revolution. Anyways, Chris had said, has nobody realized that Harley's out there, or does that mean she's losing popularity? I didn't see Harley out there at all, Chris.
Whoa,
I don't know who you're talking about. I didn't see her.
Who'd she come out with?
Did she come out at all? Because I don't feel like that's true. That's not Holly Graham, if that's what you're talking about. Robbie says, Sophie, why don't you induct Lex Luger at Mania? Sophie says, I'm in DDP. And Aoife's in the chat, says, hello, Aoife. Hopefully you're still awake. I just caught up. Travis was talking and stuff. Sophie says, people thought it was Rey Fenix on Monday under the mask. Robbie says, the mask is the kryptonite. And Aoife says, I see our Tilsek. I'm probably making a mockery of that word. Irish for Prime Minister is in the U.S.
Nice.
Why? Is it because he's negotiating to try for us to take back Rosie O'Donnell? Because you guys can keep her.
What? She went there? She left, finally? Why would she go there? Is she Irish?
I don't know. I think she's a fake fuck, but whatever.
It's nothing to do with the place.
Chris says, yep, like people calling Mahomes the best F off. He's not eating Tom Brady or Joe Montana. Robbie says, this episode of Wrestling Gap is the greatest of all time. In the moment, Robbie!
That's the thing. Don't be a prisoner of the moment.
Travis will tell you what the best episode of Wrestling Gap was.
The Passion one?
Yeah.
NXT. It was in October of... what year was that? 19. So it might have been the first November-ish. Whatever that Monday was.
Sophie says there are fans.
Goddamn participation trophies.
Sophie says there are fans that didn't see the Hulk Hogan heel turn live, though. Doesn't matter.
So?
Doesn't matter. The people at the time made what it was. The people of this time aren't making it into anything. In fact, it's like they have to keep reminding you so much that it literally means nothing. The fact that they have to show you over and over and over again the blurbs and all the stuff that happened means that it meant nothing. But I don't agree with it. Chris says Hogan heel turn changed the industry, as you were talking about. So, Sophie says, do you think John Cena would have turned heel if this wasn't his last year as an active wrestler? I don't really care.
It's hard to put that in. I mean, it's really irrelevant. But yeah, sure, he would have. He would have turned heel.
Yeah, why not? Robbie says, what does it do for wrestling then? As Travis explained to us.
It doesn't do shit.
Chris says we need Thunder Harley, and Sophie says the list of the heel turns was interesting. Chris says people think Michael's heel turn did something. It only happened because Vince broke up tag teams. Sophie says without the Hogan heel turn, WWE wouldn't have entered the Attitude Era. Chris says, yep, McMahon sent Vince Russo to WCW to sabotage their show so WWE could buy it.
I honestly agree with that.
Well, that's why I said it, because I know a lot of people agree with that quote-unquote conspiracy theory.
There's no proof, but I believe it wholeheartedly.
What he did. Ravi did a message retract, and Sophie says, remember when Shawn Michaels turned heel to feud with Hogan in 05, and that heel turn lasted a month? Oh, yeah. Vindicator says Hobbs versus B-Cage should be a TNT title match instead of being in this throwaway tag exhibition. Mm-hmm. True. Ravi says WWE had taken risks back in the day to lock in the fans, but now they don't take risks. No, they're too worried about children and what children think, which is funny that then they turn their best child, people love him, John Cena, into a heel. So what did that do?
Well, and Cody said fuck on the same episode.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that you're trying to get rid of all the kids? Or
Sophie says they've been wanting to break records of certain legends for the past few years.
Like what kind of records?
What records do you mean? Sophie says, yeah, Eric Bischoff, if he didn't spoil what happened on Raw, WCW would still be in business, though. Would it?
No.
I don't think so, Sophie.
No, what's the only reason that it went out of business is that, what's his name? Ted Turner sold his company. He sold Time Warner. Like, he left. I
like her shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, he just left, and, it just left wrestling up in the air because when whoever bought it, they didn't even know what wrestling was. And it was this weird money thing over here because they were like $200 million in debt or something. So they just wrote it off in the merger and then sold it. And Vince just came in with a bid and said, hey, I'll give you $2 million for it. And they said, oh, please.
Yeah,
and he's
get it off our hands.
No, and a lot of people probably didn't have $2 million just laying around.
No.
Or they would have bought it.
And the reason why nobody knew about it then is because at that point, WWE wasn't being traded. It wasn't a public company. Yeah, it was still privately owned by Vince. That was a long time ago, so yeah.
I don't know when they
I don't remember when they first came on the scene for being traded, but I know it wasn't that long. I mean, in the scheme of investment companies, it wasn't that long ago. You know what I mean? It's kind of a baby when it comes to being on the investment world. So.
Toni Storm. Looking like she ate Rosie O'Donnell.
Maybe.
She could have.
Sophie says the New Day heel turn was like number 3 or 4 behind the Hogan heel turn. Wow, they're really trying to portray their new heel turns as something else, aren't they? When they're really just garbage. But it's so lackluster and blah. I don't know how anybody could think otherwise.
So do they have the Andre the Giant one third?
They probably don't even have it on there.
Whose list is this?
I have no idea. WWE, supposedly. I don't know who at WWE or who they are or anything of that nature. Who made up the list? Who freaked it out? Who made it up in their head?
Well, obviously nobody.
Somebody who was a John Cena fucking lover, that's for sure. Right. I like all the new age crap. This is amazing.
Well, Travis Scott was out there and he's so cute.
I so love it. Robbie says personally I wouldn't choose to watch John Cena films.
I don't mind them. I don't
know if I necessarily choose to watch them, but I have seen some of them.
I've seen all of them, I think. I've seen The Marine.
I haven't seen that one. Sophie says, wonder how different the WWE would have looked if The Rock, John Cena, Batista all didn't start their Hollywood careers.
It's hard to say. I mean, Batista was exciting at the time, and I don't think he left because of Hollywood, did he? What movie did he make when he left?
Batista?
Yeah.
Nothing I know of.
I mean, he made movies, but it was like later. I think he had left for petty reasons.
Yeah, that
and
sounds
then
about right.
John Cena.
And then he came back and they made fun of him and he cried. So
John Cena had a long ass career. John Cena's wouldn't have changed at all, so we'll put that there. Trying to think. The Rock, possibly. I think The Rock was destined for Hollywood, though. He was different. He was just built different. He has that talent. He has the Harley Cameron talent.
Chris says, yeah, one of D rant episodes are the best. Sophie says, we are getting John Cena for the next 3 weeks of Raw. Vindicator says, so it feels like Mariah versus Quitter will be the next big ladies match coming up soon. Sophie says, I meant they want to break Ric Flair title reign for years.
There it is, that Amanda Bynes or whatever actor.
Not the Bane. She's out there.
She won't be the new champion, though, right?
Oh, fuck no. There's no way.
Too soon.
Vindicator says, so Phil. Oh, I read that. Sophie says, I meant they want to break Ric Flair title reign for years.
Oh, yeah, but it's something that you can do, but it doesn't matter. It's not real.
It doesn't mean anything when you have 12 championships.
Yeah.
They're so participation trophy, and the people that he puts it on are nobodies. I mean, the only one that worked and kind of helped was like something that people got behind finally. Took him a minute, was Roman Reigns.
Yeah, it took him years. 7 years.
It took him a while to fucking get him to where they could put it on him and he actually could, like, carry that shit. Because if you would have put it on him when he was all goody two-shoes, the big time. Oh, they did. And it fell flat on his fucking face and was garbage.
Yeah.
So then they had to reinvent him and they're like, dude, we gotta try something different.
And then they immediately wanted to turn him back to babyface, and I was just like, oh god, here we go again.
Yeah.
And now he literally inserted himself into a match to get into WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That is the most, and it's not him. I know it's the
participation
writers,
trophy move you could possibly do.
But it's the silliest story writing ever for a legend like that. He should have his own match on his own stage.
Mm-hmm. Lazy.
And it should be a big deal. Like, he should beat the piss out of Jimmy Uso and take his spot and wrestle Gunther and just destroy Gunther. Yeah. That's real storytelling, right? Like, hey, the bloodline, blah, 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 blah.
Hey, you know what? I know what's going to happen is the fact that, I deserve this title spot.
Yeah, it's mine. And then
this should be my title.
And then
tell Jay, if you don't step down,
right,
then we're going to have a problem.
And then Jay will have the fan support, and then Roman will beat him like the weekend or 2 weeks before WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
And take his spot.
Beat the piss out of him.
Bigger storytelling, bigger main events. People will watch it. And guess what? Night 2, WrestleMania. Roman Reigns, Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
Like the night that matters, the end. The real main event. Cody will be wrestling whoever he wrestles. John Cena to open the show or something. Ain't nobody caring about that if Roman's in there. Especially as the bloodline. Although it's kind of rehashy. But still, Jay shouldn't be there.
Mm-hmm.
And it rectifies that decision.
Yep. Chris says Timeless Tony theme is on Macho Man level. I will say that, man, but obviously not wrestling-wise. But her theme is up there. Her character and, like, the storyline that she's going with, I mean, helps. It really does. It helps her be goofy and dumb. And she can be as weird as she wants to because she doesn't have to look good to do it.
Right. That's what I've said all along, is she's probably the best story in women's wrestling history. Right? Like, because they've never really done a story around women.
No.
Ever. That I can think of.
Uh-uh.
Like an Undertaker or the Wyatt family. So she's the first they've done that with. I just wish it was someone else. And no one's writing that for her. So it's her creativity. And so she deserves it. I just wish that it wasn't her.
Right?
That's just my selfishness. Yeah. Or if it was her, but like to look better, because she's almost disgusting to me.
She's definitely gone down the frump avenue lately.
And it's like, why?
And I don't get it. I don't know what it is, but
do you hate yourself?
I understand. Like, she had problems. She left WWE for her own weird whatever. She got her shit together, got herself in shape and everything, and came back and she looked really nice. And granted, she's older now. That was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, basically. I mean, she hasn't been there quite 5 years, but I mean that it's been a while. But she is getting up there, long of the tooth, as you'd say, in her age for the sport.
Speedball Mike Bailey. Oh Lord, is this like Dragon Ball Z? What am I looking at here?
Why are we wearing a freaking dumbass gi? What the fuck is this shit?
What's in his mouth? Is it a mouthpiece? Please say yes.
Yeah, it's a mouthpiece.
Oh, okay, I thought it might be his teeth. I was like, don't overbleach.
It might be his teeth, though, but I'm hoping it's a mouthpiece. I can't tell. His mouth doesn't look like it.
He just kicked that guy's hand. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's some kind of mouthpiece.
He obviously is a cartoon character, right? That's his gimmick.
I think so.
And he's going up against another cartoon character. Oh, shit. Okay, this one's for the kids.
Oh my god, is this really a Dragon Ball Z fight?
Yes.
They're literally doing a Dragon Ball Z fucking live action shit on your TV right now. If you are a Dragon Ball Z fan, it is happening in live action as we speak on AEW. Everybody hurry up and fucking run to your television and turn it to the channel to watch it.
Yes. You can watch it on HBO Max or TNT.
Or TBS.
TBS.
I don't know which one it's on.
I think it's TBS.
Why is your legs like that? Why do you look like a rotisserie chicken?
This is a rotisserie kitty. All right. Mike Bailey, was that it?
Yeah.
Mike Bailey. Look at the kicks. Looking like
that
Jean-Claude
helped.
Van Damme. He just got slapped across the face like a biatch.
Why is he crying about it so much?
Oh my god. Uh-oh. Back handspring into an aerial. And yes, that's what that's called in real life.
What the fuck?
You call it whatever you want in wrestling, but that's a real gymnastics move, and I know it.
There we go.
Back handstrings into an aerial. He looks like he's had too much plastic surgery on his face. He looks like the one from the doctor, where he's
the other guy did so much
surgeon.
of it, he wanted to be a ram.
He's trying to laugh. Water's coming.
That's right.
Because he can't laugh. You need to stop with the plastic surgery. Look at his face. Uh-oh. Oh! So is he from Mexico, this Mike Bailey? He's definitely a native build. We'll put it that way. He's got the square body.
Sophie says Eric Bischoff did almost buy WCW before the WWE came in to buy that company.
Shut up.
And Chris says even Naomi heel turn is just Rikishi's storyline. Sophie says WCW and ECW both ran out of business in the same month in 2001. Chris says Megan Bain. Sophie says is one list Hulk Hogan heel turn was number 1, followed by John Cena heel turn. And Sophie said, remember
There's no
when
way it's bigger than Andre.
they had the New Day Break Demolitions championship reign?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was lackluster as well. Chris says Roman Noodle Reigns is politicking for Roman.
And it's fine. I mean, Demolition wasn't a big deal anyways. I like them. Don't get me wrong. Axe and Smash. But, they weren't the Road Warriors, right? And that's who they were trying to kind of be.
Sophie says Andre the Giant heel turn isn't on the list, and the New Day heel turn was number 5 or 6. Robbie says, I don't think it did fall flat on Roman. I think they just lucked out with the story they put him in, but Roman isn't someone I'm interested in. It did fall flat the first time around, Robbie.
Several times.
They tried their hardest to make him champion and relevant as a champion, 1 or 2 times before he became the tribal chief.
They finally had to, just move in Seth's direction. Because they're like, well, Brock's our guy now.
Yeah.
But he's not going to be here forever.
Right.
And they're like, well, it's supposed to be
was
Roman,
bad.
but Roman just couldn't. It was Roman couldn't be a heel.
He just couldn't do it. It was weird. He was such a weird character. It was.
And nobody could connect. He was.
And he wasn't even a good baby face. Like, he wasn't even like, oh my god, we could totally get behind him. And he
nobody
just
liked
kids.
him. That's what I'm saying.
Like, he was just like.
Right. And then, so they had to go with Seth, and then that worked. So remember, Seth beat Brock, and they're like, oh, finally, the Monster Slayer, whatever.
Oh, he's such a monster slayer.
The Beast Slayer.
And then they done fucked up with
And
that
then
too.
they-
Now Seth is still in the I
Doghouse.
can't do anything because I'm in the doghouse era.
And it's not
Jesus
his fault.
Christ,
Obviously, it's writing, but
Oh yeah.
the second you put him in the ring with the Fiend, it's like, okay, if you're gonna do that, the Fiend has to win because you done fucked up and put him in there. And
Yep.
you can't have him lose because he's too strong right now. So what are you gonna do? It's a Hell in a Cell match. There's no such thing as a disqualification.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And so they
really
disqualify him in a non-disqualification match for using a sledgehammer and trying to kill him. And it killed him. It killed Seth. They hated him. Like everybody. I think even the writers that wrote the story started hating him or something.
Yeah, because they sure in the hell haven't done anything good for him since.
Well, yeah, right. And then right after that, they went to Saudi Arabia, and he lost it there.
Yep.
Lost the title to the Fiend there.
Yep.
It was just dumb. All the way around. The Fiend had no business in that feud. And I love, by the way, if anybody's been watching our channel, Bray Wyatt's my fave. But he didn't need a championship
ever
to be the Fiend.
No.
And by putting it on the Fiend, it makes him weak because he has to lose it at some point. Just like Roman. It's like, okay, Roman's going to be champion. Well, guess what? At some point he has to lose.
Yep. And
who are you going to have him lose to? Because you've already had him beat everybody on your roster. Cody comes in, you're like, okay, it's finally going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the story had to finish. You know how people were upset about that?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it had to happen. Like, he had beat everybody else. Who the fuck were you going to put it on besides Cody?
Chris says, but don't you think Jacob Fatu should face Roman and destroy Roman and pass the torch to him?
No,
not yet.
No.
Not even close.
No, maybe in like 5-7 years.
Sophie says, if Jay wins at Mania, I don't expect him to hold it that long.
And Fatu wouldn't be the guy that would be next in line anyways. It'd be Cody.
Mm.
Like, that's who you would have to pass it to.
Sophie
if you're
says,
talking about passing it along like it has been, generational.
I
Like
think
Andre
they're
to
doing.
Hogan,
I
Hogan to
think
The Rock.
Chris is talking about tribal chief stuff.
Oh,
and, like,
if you're
doing
talking
like
about
that and
going
everything.
that direction, then sure. But I thought you meant like just what they've done in history.
Mm-mm.
Like Hogan got it from Andre.
No,
And then
And
The
Stra-
Rock got it,
Right.
and then Cena got it from The Rock.
I think he's talking about the tribal chief stuff.
Right.
Sophie says, but Jay is friends with the alpha losers, though. I could see Roman face Gunther at like a SummerSlam. Chris says it's the people she surrounds herself with, woke people, telling Tony that she looks good. Chris says, oh shit, my boy Mike Bailey. Robbie says, I guess people peak at different ages. Chris says, Travis's guy is awesome. He's basically Green Ranger type.
I don't know that stuff, guys. I really don't. I don't know anything about the Power Rangers. I don't even know
Well, it sounds stupid.
I don't know when they were on TV. That's my problem. It had to have been a time when I wasn't around. So, like...
Or watching TV.
Late 90s?
Probably, because I didn't watch the fucking television.
Or was it in the
during that
2000s?
time.
Because I didn't watch TV. Like, from like 2005 to like...
Right?
now.
Like, fuck. Sophie says Roman's storyline doesn't seem like he doesn't care about his cousin Jay, and he also doesn't seem like he cares about Gunther. And Chris says Mike Bailey is from TNA, and Sophie says most of Jay's family is busy with other things heading into Mania. Vindicator says Mike Bailey left TNA a month ago. I thought WWE bring him there to try to juice up their lackluster mid-card. Why, when they have more mid-card than you can possibly imagine? They don't need more of it.
They have a...
And I wouldn't put this guy in WWE in a mid-card. I would say that he would be low on the totem pole, especially with this fucking reject gimmick. Whatever this crap is, I get it for kids, but fuck, man. As an adult, I wouldn't want to see this.
Yeah, but him against like Rey Mysterio and those guys, it would work. For the kid.
That's what I mean.
100% for the kid.
Totally. Like I said, this is a Dragon Ball Z episode come to life for you weirdos. Sophie says, we know we are eventually going to get Roman versus Jacob at some point. Like Roman said in an interview, the big dog version of him doesn't exist.
Well, yeah.
Well, he had to be the big dog version in order for him to be Roman Reigns.
Oh, wait, hold on.
He
Does this
can't
guy not
get
have
rid of
shoes
it.
on?
He doesn't have shoes on.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, he hasn't had shoes on the whole time, by the way. Just saying. Just so you know.
Him and Matt Riddle should wrestle.
Yeah, maybe they could put their stinky feet in front of each other.
Do you think they'd get athletes' feet together?
Probably. Then put it all over their faces.
Mm.
Ravi says Cody is bum, such a fraud. And
I
Sophie
understand
says,
people think that.
which WWE superstars would you be shocked doesn't make the Mania card in some way?
Sheamus?
He's not going to make it. Unless they give him a match.
Yeah.
I mean, participation trophies happen all the time in WrestleMania the last couple of years, so.
Sheamus is a top guy, and he's not getting any play under Triple H.
Chris says, yeah, and then Seth went on a Twitter rant after Fiend, and Fiend single-handedly took out Retribution. Sophie says, and Goldberg
Which
killed
ruined
the Fiend
them,
in
by the
Saudi
way.
Arabia.
Yeah, and then Goldberg beats him, which
Yeah.
is fine. I'm 100% okay with that. And the reason is because the Fiend had no business being the champion in the first place.
Yeah. Sophie says, wonder how different the WWE would look today if Vince was still in charge. Like, would we have seen the final boss version of The Rock? Well, he was still running it when he sold it to TKO.
So, yeah, I mean...
So there's a good possibility that all of that could have still happened.
And Vince likes The Rock. He's not going to say no to The Rock.
Ravi says, do you really think kids in these model times actually like this shit?
Well, they have to, because they wouldn't have this shit on my TV if they didn't. This guy has a fucking rubber Halloween mask on.
He thinks he's a fucking ram.
With, like, fake chains. Maybe they might be real chains. But they're light aluminum ones. And, like, barbarian type.
And the fact that he has to continuously fix his mask in order to do what he's doing
so
is lame.
Kids like it, or they wouldn't have this shit on my TV right here.
Vindicator says Nakamura, Dragon Lee, and Rey Mysterio are doing Dragon Ball shit too.
Yes, I agree.
I would rather see Nakamura than any of this crap any day.
I have a feeling Nakamura's gonna be
I
gone
do
with
too.
Shayna Baszler.
It sucks.
And I'm not saying that they should be. I'm just saying I have a feeling that they're going to be. Because Nakamura is supposedly not on their radar. And his contract's going to expire here pretty soon.
Yeah, I would rather see Shinsuke Nakamura than this garbage.
Well, that's it.
Chris says Kaiser should win the Andre Battle Royal.
Mike Bailey with the dub. That's a pretty cool kick. So, in reality, I think Nakamura, if he decides to not go back to Japan, if he does go to AEW, and when his contract expires, he can. If he does, I think it'll be awesome for me, because I can see him against Takeshita and the other, the really good one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the reason is because I want to see what this New Japan thing was all about, and they're all there now.
Yeah, basically.
AEW is destroyed. It's gutted New Japan. Can you imagine doing a business deal with somebody and then just gutting their team, like their whole
taking their people and ruining everything for them?
Like, hey, we should do a collab.
We're gonna take all your talent.
And just take it
You're
all.
supposedly top talent too.
Yeah, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's some horse shit. This guy doesn't have his clipboard anymore.
No.
How would you like to be a wrestler and you have your mom with you the whole time, and she's all like...
Well, he can't help it. He probably needs his mommy. He's probably one of those kind of kids.
Hopefully not like the show we watched earlier. Anyways, but
gross.
But she's like their, whatever you call it, their eye candy, but it's your mom.
She's a MILF. But not really.
She's an
Because, she's okay, but I don't
She
find
probably
her that hot.
is. I don't know if she dresses the way she does in the black, because she's a little heavier.
Yes.
But she has huge boobs. Right? Like, I'm not making that up. I think they're
Look at Kip Stevie. Look at him.
Yeah,
he's all like staring at Christian. Look at him stare at him.
Right?
He's like, I love you, but I don't love you at the same time.
I feel like he's just looking through him. Like, why am I here?
He's like, I've got me a toothpick.
I'm gonna be like Travis in wrestling.
He's at Renee away because he didn't want to talk to her because she's related to Moxley. That's hilarious. She's like, fine, I'll leave.
She don't care. She don't like her husband either, I don't think.
Oh no, he's turning on him. Oh no, they're all gonna break up now.
Because he screwed up his cash in because of an old feud. Is that what it's about? I don't have my ears, so I can't hear. Did you not want me to? You didn't want to tell me? Like, wait, you put it close to me.
Oh no, she's gonna protect her poopy pants little boy. Not the midnight shift at Waffle House.
She's gonna step out of the way. Give him a wedgie!
Put him in the corner in a timeout.
You can just put him up against the wall. You don't need a corner.
Robbie says WWE, just don't fuck it up, meanie, and make it a hard watch. It's going to be. So he says, wonder what they would have done with Roman if they didn't bring Cody Rhodes. Robbie says, kids don't care for this shit. Kids just like people fighting in general. Chris is like, Nakamura versus Kenny. Vindicator says, feels like Bayley will win this tourney, and Bayley versus Omega would be an entertaining battle. Yeah?
Dear God. Did you hear what he said? Be a coward like your father and die right in your mother's face.
Oh God. Coward. He's probably trying so hard not to laugh.
It'd be hard, but seriously though, that's...
Oh God, that'd be so funny.
Like, hey, we're gonna use Dad's death in a storyline.
Kip Sabian's like,
years.
absolutely not.
Gotta coddle him.
Hey, look, it's a sock face weirdo. Fucking
Crybaby Christian Cage. Why are they calling him a crybaby? Not Lexi Nair. Sounds like the stuff you put on your legs. I got Lexi Nair.
Well, you know. Not the devastating loss.
Why are we going in there?
Oh God. Weirdo. Chris says only Tanahashi and Takahashi and Zack Sabre Jr. are only OG New Japan guys still there. And then Sophie says Stone Cold Steve Austin that he could show up at Mania to try to help out Cody. And Chris says Kip wants Penelope, but he's stuck with this group.
That's it. That's your answer then. That's your third member.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
When he comes to help Cody.
Oh, Jesus Christ. An old man who's broken. Let's get him out there.
It's The Rock, John Cena, and Stone Cold in a little group of people that aren't even in wrestling.
Fuck off. Ugh, gross.
Look at the velvet suit.
Vindicator says, oh shit, Waffle House threats. Guess it's not too much fun to work there, LOL.
Must not be. She must have to shake her little tushy.
Sophie says, so it looks like we are going to get a few triple threat matches at Mania this year. Bianca versus Io versus Rhea, and Roman versus CM Punk versus Seth.
Isn't that just lazy?
Wow, how lazy garbage shit is that? Wow, I'm just so lazy. Thrilled out of my pants.
There's no reason for that kind of laziness. Don't punch a mirror.
Right? Like, this is why we don't punch inanimate objects.
I'm a schmuck watching at home. I want to know what I know.
Kind of wish I wasn't watching it, so does that make me a schmuck? So
okay, he had it one on... Oh, God.
Sophie says, do you think we will see Hulk Hogan on WWE TV after the last time he was on TV? He got booed out of the place.
I think it... Why not? I mean...
What are they going to do?
They were in Los Angeles.
Boo him out some more?
Yeah, basically,
whatever,
sawed him.
Nobody cares what the stupid people in Los Angeles say. Or do, for that matter.
not upset at all anymore.
Oh, stop, Wellington. Sophie says it looks like the men's mid-card champions of the WWE are also going to be in some multi-man match at Mania.
Oh, Lord. Why wouldn't they be?
What? No way. There's like 4 people that want the LA Knight title that he got back from Shinsuke Nakamura.
Well, yeah, and then the other one, Braun Breaker, will have a couple, I think,
Oh,
too.
hell yeah. I mean, come on. Why not? I mean, everybody needs a participation trophy in this situation.
It's such a lazy booking.
Well, you gotta give everybody their WrestleMania chance.
Having one triple threat match every 3 or 4 months is cool.
Yeah.
If
but
you
not
do
all the
it
time.
at Mania and have 3 or 4 or 5 of them, that's dumb.
Chris says Travis Rick Rude was underrated and should have been a world champion more than once.
I think it would have looked good on him, but maybe they didn't want to cover up his abs.
So he says the WWE will be in Tampa, aka Hulk Hogan hometown, in May.
There you go. The place they need him is New York City. Since he built Madison Square Garden.
So he says, I don't know what they are going to do with the women's mid-card champions, though, as well as the women's tag team champions.
They can't be having all those matches. What did we come up with? There was 11 just be the champions, right?
Yeah.
There's 11.
Literally 11.
There would be 11 matches with just the champions. That's no other storytelling at all.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's only 5 matches on each card, which is 10. So that means somebody.
And
has
not
to be
every
left
single
off.
one of them is a fucking title match.
You would hope not. But
you would hope that they'd have storyline matches that are just that, storyline matches. Freaks.
Isn't there like at least one out there? I thought there was one that was.
I don't remember. Maybe.
But
Chris says MVP confront MJF. No, not the confrontation.
This is a good little business deal here. They need a main eventer.
Sophie says Bliss is rumored to have some role at Mania.
That's
what, to
beautiful.
play in the dark? Chris says MJF going to join Hurt Business. That'd be cool, actually, and it would be a diverse group, and I'm not saying that to virtue signaling BS.
Right.
Sophie says CM Punk versus Seth versus Roman could be #1 contenders match. Whoop-de-doo.
Why don't you tell us about your history?
Please tell us. Give us at least an hour talking about it, because God forbid that we have wrestling.
Oh, you make me look at my clock. An hour would be perfect, though. That's awesome.
Oh, Sophie says, good night, see you Friday. Alright, Sophie, thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye-bye. Nobody says that. Yeah, temerity.
Richard's in the chat says, I've been sobbing for days due to the Bucks and Jungle Jack not making their return. It's very disappointing, isn't it?
Did you forget they existed? Me too.
Just don't even pay attention to it.
But thanks for reminding me that they're on here.
Forgot he even existed. What title was it
Jungle
that?
Boy.
What title was it that he had?
The TNT, TBS, whatever.
One of the TV champion ones.
TV championship. TNT.
Who has the TV championships on these? Does anybody know?
There's so many titles I can't even name them. It's one of those guys like Hook or something, isn't it?
They make it so not relevant.
Yeah, and
that
it's a television championship.
It means nothing.
It should be defended.
I think
every
the only
week
one I
on
know
TV.
is the dumb women one, and that's it. And that's only because the stupid quitter face bitch has it.
That's right.
That's the only one I know of that has a fucking one of the TV championships. Other than that, I don't fucking remember who else has it. Oh, that stupid Garcia fuckface has it. That's who the fuck has it. Good fucking lord. Yeah. He has one of them. Because they have two, right? TNT and TBS.
Yeah, the women have the TBS.
Oh, and the other one's the dudes,
TNT.
and it's TNT?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they had, like...
No,
just one or the other. One girl, one boy. Okay.
Jade had the TBS.
Yes. Chris is like, CMVP just said hurt people. He's gonna join. Yeah, but why?
No, I love the idea. This is a singles wrestler. That's what they need. Although it should be Bobby, and they should bring in somebody else.
Fuck yeah. Will he be able to, like, hang out with them, though? Okay. I mean, I don't have anything against the way MVP talks and shit, dude. Like, he's good at this, but this is just a weird concept, I guess.
No, he pushed it down.
Richard says Daniel Garcia is going to scar some poor young wrestling fan with that dance he does during his entrance. Ew. Oh, that and Meechem. They're like two gross peas in a pot of disgustingness. Chris says, I don't know. I don't mind this story. I'm not saying I mind it, Chris, by any means. It's just weird, I guess.
I feel like he's going to join them still.
Exactly. Doesn't mean you have to call. Just because you take his card.
I thought what was going to happen was that he's going to push his hand down, say, I don't need the card, I'm in.
Oh. Uh-oh. Maybe his pant leg was all stupid.
Probably. We hurt people. We hurt people. That's the song.
That's the song that they had.
I just keep saying it over and over. We hurt people. We hurt people. Because of the Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah, Hurt Syndicates.
Did I get you in? Did I get you in there?
No, I don't think so. I'm just looking. I do it after I take it out of my ear, too. A big deal.
I got about a gallon of that stuff out earlier.
Ew. Doing what?
Cleaning my ear. Deodorant is back. I feel like I could either jump up and run around or go to sleep. But sitting here is not one of the options.
I know.
That's right.
The entertainment is lackluster on this particular episode so far.
I like the storytelling there. I just need to see some Harley Quinn.
Cameron?
Or Cameron, whatever her name is. What's the main event tonight?
I have no idea. Probably something stupid. Chris says, and
Yeah.
it could be an MJF remix. If he joins like his theme song, it could say "I'm better than you," then transitions to the Hurt Business theme. It would be cool. Like, I'm better than you. We hurt people.
Better than you.
We hurt people.
You know it.
We hurt people.
And you know that we hurt people. We're the Hurt Syndicate. We're better than you.
Mm-hmm.
You know it.
We hurt people. Doodle 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 doodles.
I guess it's supposed to snow tomorrow.
What?
Or rain, one of the two.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I didn't think it was going to do any of that stuff.
Yep. It hates
That
us.
was supposed to be, like, not gross all week. Rain, snow, huh? Nice.
Look at the percentage.
And 91% of the area.
You're 91% of the area.
91% of the area will get a rain-snow mix.
Remix? What do you think we'll get? Rain on that side or to this side?
I don't know.
Nice.
Oh, hey, it's Max Caster out here to talk to us some more.
What's he going to talk about?
Nothing
how he's
exciting
gonna
because he's a loser
Who's
face.
he going to lose to this time?
I don't know. I guess he's trying to make his record tie, so he has 123 wins and 123 losses. Is that what he's trying to do?
It looked like it up there on their stats. Loser. .40-mile-an-hour winds.
Good lord, what the fuck? When's that supposed to start?
Oh, I didn't look.
Tomorrow? Just, they're like, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening? Robbie's like, loser phase, LOL. Yeah. Comes from llama phase.
Which is a legendary show.
Llama phase.
It's an actual
phase.
documentary about a king named Cusco Patel
Cusco?
from South America. True person, you can look him up. Okay, cool.
Not the stupid Fresno people.
Yeah, it's gonna be windy. Yes. It's gonna start about 7 in the morning.
How exciting.
I think it is. Start snowing around 5, it says.
Right?
Cool. Uh-oh. It's Takeshita. He's upset because he
lost
the
over the
title.
weekend, so he's ready to beat somebody up, and Caster looks like a good person. Oh, God!
You're gonna have to wait till he gets his shirt off. Takeshita. Hey, what's your name? Takeshita. Cool. How do you spell that?
Take a shit.
No. That's the first thing you would say is GM. Nope. Figure out a name. You're not gonna be called Take a Shit.
People are going to say it that way. No matter how many times we tell them it's Takeshita.
Right? Like, you just say no. That's what management does. That's their job.
Oh.
That's why they exist. Is for stupid things.
Chris is like, Wardlow should have answered Max Open Challenge. Does he even exist anymore?
He will one of these days. He's either going to be a wild card or that, what you're saying. Just in one of these, he'll call him out. Who knows? Maybe got a hernia or something. I don't know. We never get any news about AEW's backstage shenanigans.
Oh, God.
Oh, that was brutal.
And he stepped on him.
That's it. It's over. No. He kept him alive.
That's not very nice.
Oh, now he's smacking him back awake. Max is awake. Look, he's got like the HBO Max on his body.
Uh-huh.
That's even funny. Hey, Max, we're going to make a guy in your name. They should make him the champion of Max.
An HBO Max champion.
Mm-hmm.
The HBO champion.
The cable champion of the world. Why is he so mad at him?
I don't know. He's mad. He's angry. He's so angry.
Next pay-per-view, April 6th.
He's like, I walk away angrily. And the anger.
Guy's in his bee suit. You never know when there'll be killer bees in the vicinity. That was a full beat down. Big Bill. Oh, they tore his mask off. And then hit him with a Judas effect. And then made his Nina and his Nana come in. And then hit him again. Wait, how'd he get another mask? Oh, it was a different guy. Never mind.
It was a towel, and then there was another guy out there, Bandito Duty.
Look at that. It's awesome. He's got his head.
Good lord. Chris says Max just... Did you want to listen to what he has to say?
No, not right now.
Great. Chris says that Max just seems like a bitter-ass hat man. Like, maybe he's doing this BS because of backstage issues. But TK doesn't realize that Max is being weird. Chris says, or TK does know, and that's why he's burying Max, even though he's called best wrestler alive and losing. Like, it's some kind of punishment, I feel like.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Chris says that guy's name that had the spacesuit on is named Gravity.
Ah, makes sense why he was in a...
Is that why he was on the ground the whole time?
He's ground-bound.
Because he is on the ground all the time?
Because of the gravity.
Because he's gravity.
The gravity of the situation. There again.
They're like, we're gonna
What's
make
your
it
name?
so much.
Gravity. Nope. Try again. It's just not like take a shit. Nope.
Absolutely not. What's your gimmick? Oh, I come out dressed as a spaceman.
Like a real spaceman? No.
Like a real astronaut spaceman? No, I'm a luchador. I just have this weird mask and they come out in this weird shiny spacesuit jumpsuit thing.
Nope.
Oh,
And
great.
here's
Hey,
Willow.
look. Rebecca totally screwed us over by giving us the bad news that Willow was going to be on here, and she actually is.
It's haunted us all night. Now
Thanks
she's
a
on my
lot,
TV.
Rebecca. And then you didn't even stick around to, like, help us through it. Thanks a lot. Chris says, what are these names, man? What's next? Electricity?
I'm sure it already exists. His manager's Nicholas Tesla. Nikola Tesla. Willow's getting her cardio in. You're supposed to do that months before the match. Horizontal run.
Horizontal running. I'm not going to remember what she called it. I was
Vertical
like,
running.
vertical running.
I'm doing vertical running. Is that Penelope? Well,
Yeah,
thank you.
Penelope Ford.
She'll lose, but...
Yeah, she will. She has a 2-0 AEW matches against this lady, though, but I don't think she's going to get on the
win column tonight.
win column tonight.
Hopefully at some point.
Chris says, here comes Willow the Pillow.
Willow the king-size bed.
Oh, jeez. As Chris says, here comes Penelope.
Yeah, she's
there.
She's special. She got a tramp stamp all the way on the top of her neck. Queen of the Ring. In theaters now, huh? I didn't know that. Thought it came out this weekend.
Theaters now, people. Now.
What I learned about wrestling is that you know who's going to win before they go out there. And I'm very grateful for that. That's what that girl said last week.
Yeah.
Oh. She just wanted to touch her butt.
Probably.
Oh!
Good Lord.
I want to crush her spine.
It's like, well, if my guts weren't coming out of my butthole then, they sure are now.
Right. Hello. Good thing I have this strap up there to keep them in.
It's true. Like, all the way up there.
That's a safety thing.
Just like, they're not coming out of this, that's for sure.
Uh-oh. Willow head first right into the turnbuckle. Come on, Penelope. Show us more of your wrestling moves. Make sure I threw that in there. I'm not talking about boobies. Or butt.
Show us more of your wrestling moves.
Well, I want to see her win. It's time for her to get a push. I feel like if Mariah May can get a push, then Penelope Ford can get a push.
Right?
Uh-oh. There it is. That athleticism. Willow. Oh, head first again.
Mm-hmm.
She must like that turnbuckle. Maybe they'll get an apartment together. Oh, shit. Dropkick right.
Chris says, you know, if Willow was, like, skinnier, she'd be a dime piece like Nia Jax.
Right. Okay, maybe not like Nia. She's put together a little better than Nia, I think. Right? Like
body-wise, yes, she holds her
are,
weight a little bit different than Nia does, so it complements her body shape better, the way she holds her weight.
She just needs a little bit.
But her face isn't prettier than Nia Jax. I would have to say Nia Jax's face is way prettier.
Yes, but she does have a cute face. She's just not as pretty as Nia.
La la, full commercial break. La la, and then she got picture-in-picture, which we don't, so it's fine.
Right, we're watching it on HBO Max, but I bet you if you're watching it on TNT, you got a little teeny screen with all the action.
Yeah, what's happening? Is she beating her up? Who's beating who up? Who's got the upper hand?
Who?
Are they crying in the corner? Are they sleeping?
Who?
Are they sleeping? Sleeping.
No.
There's 3. You're on 1. Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
Yeah, that one.
I couldn't see it.
Ah.
There. See?
Yeah, picture-in-picture on the old
There.
TBS.
Old Penelope rolling in. Oh, rolls back out to break the count.
She's like, what do you mean?
That's some good wrestling right there. Usually they don't give a shit about rules anyways.
Right? I've noticed that lately. They don't care about that kind of stuff. Chris says we haven't seen Julia Hart in a while. She was on not too long ago.
Yeah, that was probably on Carnage or whatever it's called on Saturdays.
Oh, Collision?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
So, yeah, for people on Wednesdays, no.
How about Anna Jay?
No.
Don't see her on Dynamite anymore either.
Mm-mm.
You know what we see on Dynamite?
Penelope Ford.
Well, we see
Faith.
some of them, but I'm talking about, like, we just see a whole bunch of people in sock faces. That's it. Like, we see a whole bunch of luchadors anymore, and that's all. It's like, oh, fantastic. Who are these people? We don't know.
You're like those old people, those old neighborhoods. We're going to have to sell our house. We're going to have to stop watching wrestling. All there is anymore is just lucha this and lucha that. Does everybody
It's not terrible, but it gets old after a while. It's like, oh my god, like, can we please move on from this? Whatever. It's like they have a fad going on, and so they're like, everybody should be this.
Right. So here's the facts about wrestling.
It's just so weird.
A wrestling match to be epic has to have a moment. Right? Like a memorable moment.
Right.
So, like, if you ask anybody that's a wrestling fan, they can tell you a moment in a match. But when all you do is flips and gymnastics in your matches, and everything's a banger and it's just all crazy, what do you say? Oh, the whole match was a banger. The whole match was good. So there's no moment. So there's nothing that sticks out. So then all you can say is, well, it was a good match at the end of it.
Yeah.
But a memorable match has a moment. There's a moment in it. You know, Hogan power slams Andre the Giant, you know.
Right.
Don't like him, but Shawn Michaels, you know, says I'm sorry to Ric Flair before he super kicks in. Like it's a story that's being told that you'll never forget in your life.
Right.
You know, Brock, you know, F5 after F5 after F5 to the Undertaker, and then he pins him, and you're like, what the fuck?
Wah! People cried.
Yeah, people are beside themselves.
No, not the Undertaker.
Anyways.
Chris says, and I guess Sky Blue's still injured.
Yeah, I didn't know she was injured, but I haven't seen her for a while, but definitely she needs to be filling up my TV.
Yeah.
Penelope Ford's great. Her Penelope Ford feud would be nice. Mariah May, Anna Jay, that Amanda Barnes or whatever her name is, that new girl.
Megan Bain.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know her name. Her name is stupid.
What's her first name?
Megan.
Meg.
What's her name? Bane.
Beg. Bang.
Bane.
Bane. Call her Amanda Barnes.
I don't even know who that is, but we're doing it. Travis says anyways.
It's that girl, isn't it?
Oh, it's some elimination tournament thingy.
Tonight?
Oh, we're going to hear from Will. Yeah, it's that Orange Cassidy and some dude.
So Bill Ospreay's going to talk to us, huh?
Yeah, old
Bill.
William. He's giving us the old talking to, I guess. How exciting.
Penelope's a real professional. You know, half the problem with my talking is my mouth is so dry.
You should put...
I didn't bring any water in.
Water in it. Think of some lemons. Juicy.
It just doesn't work.
Sour lemons.
Right? And I eat those, so I know what they taste like. I can't get it.
Sour Patch Kids.
We'll get some. Do you want some?
No. Oh. Chris is like, D, can we get a Liv Morgan impression? You only get those when there's Liv Morgan on.
Right.
I can't cry on cue. Not like Liv.
Now she talks too fast.
She does talk fast.
Which is
funny.
Nice. It's better than what it was. But. So she's working. Like, I like improvement.
And then she does this weird, like, creepy smiling and laughing thing, and you're just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, okay. You're a weirdo.
She's evolving, and that's what we want to see. We used to say it forever, like, do you not work at it at all?
Yeah, I don't know what it was about it. Like, if it was the fact that she just talks really slow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Penelope's
so
dead.
Penelope lost, although one of her things is up. She's like, I'm bleeding in my mouth hole.
Not in your mouth hole. This one's like way behind.
Yeah.
She did it. Willow won. The joy of everybody. There's so much joy.
There you go, Penelope. Good girl. Beat her the fuck up with a chair.
Oh, God, that was a terrible chair shot.
It was. She didn't want to hurt her.
I get it, but you gotta at least...
I know. Sell it a little more than that. She's like, let me take a pause here real quick. Did I get ya? Okay, fall down.
I would hit McKenna harder than that. Who's this broad? What's going down?
Chris says, Willow won with
Statlander?
a pounce.
Why the fuck is Statlander on my TV? You know, that's who I'm sick of, I think, most of all.
Statlander?
Yes. Out of AEW's.
AEW's Lady Pants.
It's like they used her too much.
Will's like, you're not my friend. And she's like, I'm your friend now. Look at me.
Remember, we were best friends, and then I started wearing clothes like this, and he stopped. What the fuck? Megan Bain just showed up and took him out.
She's beating up everybody tonight, I guess.
Well, she likes Penelope.
She's like, I'm going to show you
Next week.
who I am with
Next
my
week,
boobies.
main event. Megan Bain versus Statlander and Willow with Penelope Ford.
There you go.
Little tag team match. Megan Bain. Why is she wearing clothes like that? Does somebody not tell her no? Like when she like
Who? Which one?
The one that's laying on the ground with her ass hanging out.
Oh, with her gross pants?
Yeah, she's got her ass hanging out of her vagina area. Like, nobody wants to see ass right there.
Ass vagina?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see the ass vagina.
They're like, let's change the... Oh, no, they're going to put it back. If I have to look away, it's not attractive.
Not the ass vagina.
Look at it.
I don't want to look at it. Why would I want to look at it?
It's going to be on this TV now.
For like 50 minutes.
Here it comes.
I'm not going to look at it.
F5.
I don't even know why it's on there.
F5.
Why do I have to look at
Hey,
it
look,
twice?
ass vagina. You can see ass. That's ass. That's
Look
gross.
at your quitter grossness.
She's so cool.
She makes me want to throw up.
Why is Renee wearing outfits that look like they're from like a Barbie doll's closet?
But don't look good.
Right? Just like a 70s Barbie doll.
She's like, I went and got the...
Oh god, this
Oh,
broad. Why do they keep bringing
God,
in
what the fuck is that?
different indie wrestlers?
Jesus
This is the one that threw
Christ.
water in her face the other day.
Oh my god, fuck off.
Last week or the week before.
Good lord.
She must be pretty good. She don't look terrible. She just looks like a normal.
Chris says, I feel like Megan Bain is what Elektra Lopez would look like if she got in shape.
I thought Elektra Lopez was in shape and looked great.
Don't touch my stuff.
I was actually pretty upset that they got rid of her.
Touchy.
Not kidding, by the way.
Vindicator says Megan coconuts were bursting through her top. Well, it was way better than the vagina ass we had to see. Vindicator says if it was PG WWE, they would have black screened it. Oh, no, Vin. We get to see ass vagina all the time on WWE. I don't know what you're talking about. They literally wear their bottoms up their asses.
Like Penelope.
Like, all the time. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. They are
Oh, does she have a sore
butts.
throat?
I have no idea. Did you want to listen for a minute and see
Oh
what's
my God.
happening? Well,
Maybe one of us should?
I don't really care, so...
I can't hear it.
Oh, is it broken? Oh, you have to turn it up. I thought maybe it wasn't.
Oh, she
working.
punched her in the nose.
Anyways, Chris says it's Billy Starks from ROH. She's Ember Moon's lackey, aka her young boy. Oh, well, that makes it not better. What's going on?
Nothing. It's Will Ospreay.
Oh, people are very excited in the audience, it looked like.
They like him here. You know.
Guys, I don't want to listen to this
You
shit.
have to listen to it because I have to
No.
go to the bathroom.
I don't want to listen to any of it.
He's an aerial assassin. You don't understand. Yeah. See, he scared the cat off.
I didn't do shit. Glad he's off my lap. He weighs 50 pounds at least.
Look at his shirt. It says bruv.
Bruv.
I guess that's how you sell it. Or say it.
He's like, I've got me a nice, weird, limpy
Sock.
poo here. And
Got
I've got
me
my bruv shirt on, bruv.
Got me soccer style shit.
I've got the bruv
It
on.
says bruv.
Bruv.
It's got black sleeves and a yellow top.
Got bruv.
With you red racing
I've got my sweatband on, bruv.
Because I like to sweat in my eyes, but this stops it from happening. Put brakes on it.
I don't even know what you were trying to do, but it sounded terrible.
That's the point.
Chris says, damn, quitter face choking on that you know what.
Dick!
Oh my god, not the dick.
Dick!
She had her some sausage, huh? Gross. Chris says aerial assassin versus cerebral assassin. Who wins?
Cerebral? Randy, he goes up to Randy's dick.
Bruv.
Let me
He
tell you something,
would
bro.
get his asshole beat. I don't know who we're talking about.
Randy Orton or...
That's who I thought you were talking about.
He's the cerebral.
There's no way this fucker would win against Randy Orton.
Cerebral Assassin's Triple H.
Oh.
Never mind. Sorry.
Well, he would win against Triple H. Triple H is broken. He has like a heart condition.
I thought you meant in their prime. I'm like, no.
He didn't say anything about Prime. He didn't say Prime or anything. So we can't put that in there. Vindicator says no. WWE would have black screen of her breast pushing through her top. They don't. They don't. Vindicator. Tiffany Stratton wears shit like that all the time and they don't black screen anything. In fact, she had a boob pop out They didn't black screen it. Vindicator says Travis put some respect on Will Ospreay name, bruv. He can't, bruv. He's got a stupid haircut, bruv.
And what about Will Ospreay?
Vindicator wants you to put some respect on his name, bruv.
I would let him keep that name. It's not too bad. It's better than take a shit.
Vindicator's like, William does need a better haircut, though. LOL. Fuck. Dude, he, like, literally got a haircut or did something different with his hair, and he looks like a fucking weirdo. It's so dumb looking. He looks so stupid. Chris says no. Ospreay would beat 95 Triple H, though, because that's when he sucked. So, Chris thinks that Ospreay would beat the 1995 Triple H, because that's when Triple H sucked.
Yeah, he might have been a different character at that point. I don't think he was, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
He wasn't the Triples. And his H
Hunter
fascination.
Hearst Helmsley. I don't think he was Triple H yet. If that makes sense.
It makes total sense.
I think he was in WCW. But I guess he could have been WWF by that time.
Chris is like, Ospreay, shut your UK Logan Paul looking ass. Bruv.
Will Ospreay would also beat Stunning Steve Austin. Just saying. Maybe not Stone Cold.
Hey. No.
But he would have definitely beat Stunning Steve.
No.
I feel like you're not repeating what I'm saying.
What? I was stopping the cat from scratching the chair.
I said he would also beat Stunning Steve Austin.
Oh, he would beat Stunning Steve Austin as well. There you go. Chris says when Triple H was the French-Canadian gimmick.
Yeah.
Robbie's like, AEW moving slow. Well, it's an after pay-per-view type of show, so they have to talk a lot and do stupid stuff. And then pretend that they're going to do more. Who knows? Weirdos. Some other shit's so stupid.
Did you just whisper stupid?
Yeah.
What is it?
I was talking about the show. Robbie's like, AEW moving slow. And I was like, yeah, it's because it's after a pay-per-view, so it's all stupid. Oh, he's pointing to a sign in All In Texas. That's the place to go. Not Texas, but All In pay-per-view. Texas is probably really great. Vindicator says, a show is just about over. Well, can't it just be over now? So you're telling me that the main event is the Orange Cassidy garbage fuck? Jesus Christ almighty. I just want to murder myself. He's like, Viva la bruv. 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 Not Viva la bruv. Viva la bread. Vindicator says, so are you guys streaming both nights of Mania? Yes. Yeah, most likely we'll be doing both nights. It's gross. Nobody likes it. It's that Jay White guy. He's back there yakking with what's-her-face. No, not the ring again. They want to see each other. He's going to be the world champion All In, he says. Chris says, okay, that Will Ospreay catchphrase was just a copy of MJF's catchphrase. Will says, my name is Will Ospreay, and I'm on another level. MJF says, I'm MJF, and I'm better than you, and you know it. So he's a copycat. I get it. He failed at helping him. He helped him lose instead of win.
Don't lose.
Smith, he says.
Something about a Smurf?
It's a good thing that they're talking so much that they can go over their 8 o'clock time. I mean, gee whiz. Guess that's the way we're supposed to do it now. Chris says, we got any dogs tonight? Dogs? Like in our house dogs? Wellington's out there. I think Travis just put him outside, though.
They're back in.
They're back inside now. Do you need Wellington? He might come in here for a minute. Richard says Will Ospreay played with Barbies and took gymnastics as a child. I could see that. I could see that. He called them action figures, though. Minicator's like, it's okay to leave that. You could just have the diehard WWE superfan Sophie sit next to Travis for you at least for one night. Yeah, right. That's not ever gonna happen. I'll be here forever. I'm gonna be a skeleton sitting here. You guys are gonna be like, oh my god, I wish she was back so she could say Mandy and like mock Liv Morgan for her crying. It's gonna be sad. Chris says, no, it's the Braun Breaker catchphrase. Oh, you're talking about his catchphrase. Oh, well, I don't blame you. Yeah, $7 at the DQ, people. Give old Wellington the chicken baby syndrome. La 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 la. This is a full-blown commercial. It's horrific. We haven't even started the main event yet. And it's an Orange Cassidy event. So it doesn't
Did you,
worse.
when you used that egg cooker last, did you just unplug it?
Why? What's wrong with it?
I just want to know.
No, I turned it off. Why is it not working?
Well, because when I plugged it in, the light was on. So I didn't know if that meant it's on or off.
No idea.
So,
Did you just push the thing up or down?
Yeah.
And then turn it back on?
Well, yeah, but when I do that, it turns it off, like the light. So I didn't know if it was on or off. If the light was on, I figured it was on.
Well, you have to push it down for it to cook.
It's down?
Down is cook.
Yeah, I don't know if it's up or down. It's just the one with the light on. Why don't you go look at it for me?
You mad?
Instead of beating the cat.
Are you mad?
You're mad.
Are you mad, kitty?
Yeah, he's got
Mad kitty.
mad cat disease.
Mad kitty.
It's like mad cow, but with cats. Looks like we've got about 20 minutes left, probably. Lots of commercials. No, this little front teeth are the cutest thing. I think the egg thing might be working.
Because it's making noises and the dog's freaking out at it. Wellington, are you telling that egg cooker what you think of it? Raph. Richard says Nick Jackson shoved Barbies up Matt Jackson's butt as a child. Just last week and twice yesterday. Good lord.
I bet
Those
you they
poor
still
Barbies. Chris says, Travis, will you pop if Eddie Kingston returned to AEW and became champion?
No.
Like, explode? Like, have a meltdown?
No, like jump up and down. No.
Oh my god, why is makes me look like a fruitcake. The fuck did he do to his hair?
Just fluffy. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Old time rivals. Didn't he just beat him?
Ugh. Vindicator's like, oh, Liv Morgan is still there. That's nice. But she is no Mariah. Of course she's not. One, she has frog face, and two, she has no boobs.
Yeah, Mariah has a little bit of boobies. Not Harley Cameron type boobies, but she has boobies.
They still haven't even had that match yet.
I want to make out with you. Right now. You think you can make out with me anytime you want to? That's for our private time. Right now. I'm going to go in the back. Get ready. You can come up when you're ready. Let me think about it. I think the key's in the left. Let me prove it. Okay. Yeah.
Why are you whispering? They're having a normal conversation about this.
About sex?
Yes, about kissing each other. I mean, they're not whispering in the back. They're having a normal voice.
It looks whispery to me because I can't hear it.
Well, that's not how it works. If they were whispering, he'd be like all up in his ear.
They kind of were close.
Well, they had to make sure that their lips were like where they needed to be.
He was all flattered. On that TV, he looks like he's sick, but in this one, it's not so bad. The page.
Yeah.
Give me the remote. Let's fix it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Something to do. Is it the star?
I have no idea. Chris says half of them are fruit cupcakes. Not the fruit. Vindicator says, but now that I've had the chance to see Leopold, my Wednesday night is complete. You all in Gabville take care. Hang in there until next Wednesday when the real wrestling show returns to the airwaves.
There it is. Done. Less sickness. I don't know how to get rid of that. That one? No. That one. There. Looks better.
Yeah. Sure. Vindicator says, see you then. All right, Vindicator. See you then.
See you on the flip side. You gonna be here for SmackDown again? Start watching SmackDown and Raw with us? Like a true wrestling fan of the company, the dub they call it. It's funny you left right as Triple H took over. So now it's just AEW on steroids.
Literally. It literally is. It's hilarious. Like your Liv lady that you love so much or used to love so much, like has had like the championship like 50 times now, and I mean it's just like watching AEW. It's kind of fucking lame. How long do you think that this main event's gonna last? Because they're gonna take
7 after.
They're gonna take at least 12 minutes to get down to the ring.
7 after, maybe 8, maybe 10.
God damn.
It doesn't matter.
I don't even know who he's going up against.
Probably some fraud.
I don't think it's anybody.
Frog insurance. Be my guess.
Great, I'm gonna get something to entertain me on the other one. I have to watch this garbage instead.
It was the same.
Oh my god.
It was the exact same program.
I know. And you left it there. And I was like, why the fuck am I watching it twice? It was like torture. Literal fucking torture. They're like, here, let me torture you with it twice. Hey, look, he's going up against a nobody. Congratulations. Good fucking lord. God.
What the? Look at this dude. Obviously for the children. Hi, Leopold. Heck, Oracle. Heck, Oracle.
Yeah, that's it. It's so amazing JR came out for it. Jesus Christ.
Just brought old JR up. Hey, what you doing? Trying to destroy your face? Pretty face? So I'll just eat my foot then. You don't seem to mind when I eat my feet. Orange Cassidy getting his hair done in Turkey, probably.
Hey, look, it's more of those luchador people. Imagine that. I like this new fad. Oh, good God.
Your business prices are just going down. Ad revenue is just gonna go down. What's this?
Oh my God. I don't want to be here. I can't do this. What the fuck was he doing? Like glass ball dancing?
He showed me.
Playing like a dirty grandpa playing with his little glass orb thing.
Right.
Fuck. What are you doing there? You doing some glass orb dancing?
No.
Oh, hi.
When did you get a drum set?
That's what I'm putting in the butt.
This Target. Target is a choir.
Everybody's like, nah, I won't be here for SmackDown. Not much really going on there, and Spawn is running rampant again, so that show has become completely radioactive.
There's a lot going on over there. It's really good. The Rock's on there. John Cena. They're in a different country. They're in Barcelona.
On SmackDown?
Mm-hmm.
This week?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's the start of their new.
Oh, so we're just going to be doing a review.
You gotta watch it again eventually. It's like before New Year's when we took some time off. It's like, God damn, we gotta go back. Gotta watch that.
What are you doing down there?
Wrestling
Problems?
has got bad enough to be like, oh great. Look at he passed out and now he kipped up on his own.
He's got a handprint on his chest.
Yeah, he got slapped.
Meow.
Oh, full commercial.
Meow. Meow. What are you doing? Meow.
It's the top of the hour. No matter where you live, it's at the top of the hour.
Chris is like, dumbest main event ever. It's for that tournament thing.
This is the shit they do. It's unbelievable. They have stars, but yet, nah.
They're like, you know what? We're going to do another tournament. We're going to have a tournament because that one guy has the belt that guy,
Tears, yeah.
Kenny Omega Duty.
Uh-huh.
He's got this belt, and so we're going to have a tournament so people can fight to get the chance to go against him for this belt.
But it's all trash, so why not do the Tiffany, or not Tiffany, what's her name? The one that's the champion. Tara, whatever her name is. The actress lady, whoever the fucking champion.
Tony Storm?
Huh. Put her on dead last.
To talk?
Yeah, and then she gets attacked by Bane.
Leopold, no.
Makes more sense.
Right? Leopold, no. Hey! No. No.
He's like, I'm going to. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll just sit here and pretend that I'm listening to you.
I don't know where the spray bottle went to. It disappeared in here.
Who knows?
Over there, up there.
Yeah, it's next to your computer because I saw you had it there. Maybe he was just...
Leopold, no. Leopold, no. No shoelace eating, you little freak.
Broke.
Don't need you chewing up shoelaces and then puking them up, you little wackadoodle. Right. Chris says, but nah, I'm going to check out though. Bye guys. See y'all for SmackDown if you guys will be here for that garbage as well.
We will.
No, Travis. Oh. No.
But now, Rhinestone Gemstone. The Celtics. Watch that.
Yeah, watch it.
No, I didn't watch that one, but I did watch one about the South Carolina, or the North Carolina, or North Carolina State, squad that won the national championship back in the 80s. 86 or something. Checking out.
Haven't had them in for
I don't think
over
my
an hour. I don't
eggs
care.
are cooking because they would be done, I think. I'm not sure.
I don't know what to tell you.
That's why I asked. I guess the light on means it's off. That just to me sounds fucking ridiculous. No, it's on. It looks all foamy.
Can you smell the eggs cooking?
Can you?
No. They take like 12 minutes or so.
I see the light on.
Mm-hmm.
It was on when I plugged it in. So I was wondering if you just unplugged it. Which is fine.
Maybe I might have. Richard is telling Leopold that he is the finest pussy east of the Mississippi. Are you, buddy?
He's west.
Are you east-west?
He's on the west side of that Mississippi. Over the top, Orange Cassidy rolls in.
East, west.
He's wrestling a nobody, by the way.
On the west side.
Literally.
West side?
Nobody. A Angelico or something. Angelico.
Right up your nose. Yes, that's your goober. That's all you. Okay.
You just stuck a toothpick up his nose?
No. It was his own hair. He had a clump of hair that was attached to a scab that was all loose and just right there. So I pulled it. And then he was smelling it and went up his nose.
Not up his nose.
Oh, look, there he did. He ran out.
Oh my gosh, that's a clothesline.
Oh no, he
flying
broke
one.
his knees.
Look at this.
Do you think that he's gonna win
DDT.
this for this tournament and move on to the next grouping?
Yes. Orange?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wow, this is a really weird move. Why are we doing it?
Oh,
wow, that was so amazing.
That probably shattered his spine. I would assume his spine is now shattered.
Yeah, he's gonna have to wear traction.
He's gonna have to poop in a bag.
Not the bag pooping.
Yeah, poop or boob.
That's terrible. Not the bag.
Bag pooping.
Not the bag pooping. You didn't even kick him.
Kicked him right in the back of the head twice.
I didn't see it. It was like
brutal.
this far away from his head.
No, it touched it.
So far away.
It's because of the speed. And sometimes it glitches in the Matrix.
Nobody cares about anything that's happening. He's telling people to be quiet, and it's like, yeah, be quiet. Nobody wants to cheer for anybody.
Uh-oh. Stunner. That's it. It's over.
He's like, I can't. My leg's broken.
I thought his back was just broken.
His back and
see
his
how it
leg's
stuttered
broken.
again?
Uh-huh.
That was like 12 moves you didn't see. Because the stutter.
Not the stuttering.
Oh,
he can't even keep up because his leg's broken.
That's it. Ring the bell, ref.
Oh my god, he can't finish.
He can't continue, ref.
He can't keep going with
He's
his
obviously standing on it normal.
tiny little legs that are broken. He's
His
like, my
chicken
knee
leg.
doesn't work.
My chicken legs that are working perfectly fine. He just
He's like, it
doesn't
hurts.
work. Oh
like,
god,
it
he's
hurts
gonna
a little
climb
bit.
the ropes.
He's like, I can't. My leg hurts. I think he did the wrong leg.
No, it's his right one.
Okay.
The right one's broken.
Oh, you better just fall down. Oh. What the fuck was that? That was botcheroonies.
No, it's called perfect.
Got some macaroni botcheroni
That's
there.
what happened in a real fight.
Got the rotini pasta salad.
Anytime you get somebody an armbar like that.
He's got the rotini pasta salad.
That's exactly what you do. Oh, look at that roll through. Like a gator. That's what gators do.
Lasagna.
It's called a death roll. Oh, he's going to break his arm.
He's like a noodle. Oh no, he's totally like, I'm going to break your ribs. Let me put you in this weird hold. Oh, I can't get to the rope. Oh, there it is.
Oh, he's in the rope. He has to.
Oh
he
my
has
god,
to
you
break
have
it.
to let go of his arm. You can't do it. I don't understand. I don't speak the English.
It's from like New York.
Probably. Oh look, on Collision it's going to be those people in this Eliminator tournament. Don't forget FTR versus the O'Reilly Weird People over there on Collision tomorrow or Saturday.
Look, there's his boots that he has on.
Oh, wow.
I looked at the name on the bottom. Googled it. It's over. Orange wins.
Orange barely won that with a weird roll up of weird.
It's 8 after.
Not only that, he has a broken arm and a broken leg.
He's not going to be able to crawl or walk out of this match.
Somebody better come beat him up some more. Oh no! I can't move. You broke me. Gosh darn it. Guy's like, well, I'm going to leave now. I'm glad I was here.
Oh, it's Mike Bailey.
Not the Mike Bailey. He's coming down again.
It's Mike Bailey. Mike Bailey has showed up.
He's like, mwahahahaha.
He's ready for some Orange Cassidy.
He's like, I'm going to take some speed.
They're on the wrong side, it looks like, though, of the bracket. Or is it going to be a fatal 4-way match?
It's a 4-way fatals. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for Wednesday. We'll be back again on Friday for SmackDown, I guess. Travis said so. So you guys have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you on Friday.